All right, so I guess this is video number 2. Okay, so we start our month. It's like a 2-page spread. I've set it up to print on 11 by 17 paper, and it'll fold in half. This is actually a little bit smaller than that, but so I start out with the goals. So a place to put the goals for your body for the month. I invite you to set goals for body, mind, and spirit. And I'll show you kind of what I've done. So for February, my body goals are to walk daily, to do cardio 2 times a week, to get 7,000 steps in, to have my resting heart rate under 69, 8 hours of sleep, this sort of stuff. Waist, BMI, and weight. My mind goals, to do a weekly mood check. I work with, I'll show you since I've got it right here. David Burns' The Feeling Good Handbook. It's cognitive behavioral therapy, which is really great for depression and anxiety that I deal with. So I do a weekly mood check just to check in and make sure I'm feeling okay. I can show you, well, I'll show you some of that after. Instead of just driving and listening to tunes in the morning, I've changed to listening to inspirational podcasts, which are awesome. TV is a big issue for me, so I don't, like to spend too much time watching TV, writing daily, reading daily, and doing that Feeling Good note workbook that I just showed you. My spirit goals, daily gratitude, plan my vacation, which I'm doing. I'm going on a road trip with my good friend Jenny. It's going to be awesome. Get outside daily, so important for me. Attend church. I haven't managed to figure out what that is yet because being raised Catholic, I have aversions, but, and to get to the mountains, which definitely is church. So those are kind of ideas of goals you might set. Yours could be totally different than mine. That's left blank, so you can kind of do what you want with them. And then I set, these are kind of my own reading podcast shows that I want to watch or listen to. Projects for my house, I put under mind because my environment is kind of important for my mental health. Music and art obviously are kind of my spiritual well-being practices. Yours might look different, so you can see in the ones, I'll show you the ones that I created for you that they look a little bit different. And then friend dates and communities. So these are people I want to hang out with on the month. And you can see like on the little sides, I put the dates that'll happen. And then, so for the projects, I encourage you to set out a project for your body, mind, and spirit each. And then you want to put like kind of what you're going to do and then the date you'll do it by, because accountability is important. And I have one for random acts of kindness for my spirit as well. And then over here, we have my kind of measurable things, my monthly health check. These are the things I track. You might want to track something totally different, whatever's going on for you in your body, or you can put your spiritual or mental kind of stuff here as well. So I track my blood pressure. The one in the commas or the parentheses after the fact, those are what it was the month before. So I just kind of can see a little bit of my progress. My waist actually went up this month, which is kind of weird. Anywho, try not to let that bother me. So you can just kind of see what I've done there. And then in the weekly spreads, I do this habit tracker. So I have habits that I developed for body, mind, and spirit again. This may be like way more than you need because I find sometimes they're hard to all hit, but I like to have them all there. So for example, my body habits would be 8 hours of sleep to do, and this is the times per week that you do them. So 8 hours of sleep 7 days a week, to walk and or do cardio 7 days a week, strength and stretch. Oops, not doing so good at that this week. That's exercises that I was given by a physiologist to help my back pain when I walk. 4 liters of water a day, which is what I need for my weight. Not doing so well there either. No problem. Taking my blood sugar every day and taking my blood pressure every day. So you can go through and see like, these are my mind goals. You might recognize them from the monthly sort of thing. So this is just tracking those habits daily. Daily meditation practice has been super helpful for me as well. Getting outside, very important. Make art, doing things for others, intimacy. Wow. Yeah. So then the second part of the weekly is the meal planner, which I would not live without. If you work, if you take care of kids, which is work, obviously, if you're busy, which I'm assuming you are, having a plan for what you eat. I just have this kind of theory that a higher self does the planning, and then the lower self is the one who tries to hijack the plan. He's like, I don't feel like it. I want to do something else today. But if you have it all out ahead of time, you make sure that, like I do my chop-in on Sundays, which is my meal prep, and have it all ready to go. And then I'm also, path of least resistance. So if it's there and sitting for me, I'm more likely to eat it. You might be different, but, I found that it works for me. And so that's what I've put in here. I do a graphic sort of plan, weekly plan. So I write everything in pencil ahead of time because, shit happens, life changes, and it doesn't always work out. I'm using this as a bit of a journal. Here's kind of what I did that day. Aqua size. And if you're not kind of the artsy type, by all means, write it down neatly if you're that gal, but something that makes you happy, learn to do a new font, or it's just something that, your favorite pen color, something like that, just because it's sort of an incentive to actually do it. So I do my daily stuff like that, and then I use my monthly spread, as you might have seen in my Instagram and stuff, as a gratitude journal. So this is how I do my daily gratitudes. And then I quit smoking 5 years ago. Woo woo. And so you can sort of see the different little things that I'm grateful for. Airbnb rocks. Every day. It seems like that might be product placement. It's totally not, but I'm planning a road trip. So it was in my mind that day. What else can I tell you? So yeah, so cold. Mona Frieza, the worst. And you can kind of see, if I follow it, I highlight it. If I don't, I don't. I try not to make myself bad and wrong about stuff. And anyway, so here's kind of what, your March is going to look like. There's this blank one, and you get to fill it all in on whatever works for you. So, I guess I will leave that with you guys. I can't turn this around again, or I don't know how, or whatever. So you're going to be stuck, like, looking at, maybe this until the end. I welcome your questions, and I welcome your feedback. What works for you, what doesn't work for you, what you love, what you hate, what you change. I think it's important that you do it analog versus digital. Again, there's some digital fatigue, and there's the physical act of doing this kind of just brings you back and just grounds you in the moment. So thank you for your help and input in this, and I'd like to go about trying to make this a product that can help other people as much as it's helped me. So thanks again, and I look forward to your feedback. Thanks, guys.